concept of globalization is incredibly complex. It entails a myriad of collective, social, cultural, and ideological aspects that expand out of and flow through societies around the globe. Its influence can be found in the food we eat, the clothes we wear, how we communicate, and even how we think. Manfred B. Steger developed a working definition of globalization that states, quote, "Globalization refers to a multidimensional set of social processes that create, multiply, stretch, and intensify worldwide social interdependencies and exchanges, while at the same time fostering in people a growing awareness of deepening connections between the local and the distant." Globalization directly impacts virtually every aspect of life. It is a fluid global force that occupies multiple dimensions of functionality. Arjun Appadurai discusses the 5 scapes of global cultural flow in his writing, Disjuncture and Difference in the Global Economy. Among these 5 scapes is the idioscape, which refers to the distribution, adaptation, and expansion of ideologies around the globe. These ideologies can be communicated through various forms of media, including cinema. Film has played an enormous role in the facilitation of cultural globalization. There is an opposition between commercial imperialist film, such as Hollywood, and non-commercial independent film. This opposition consists of non-imperialist films simultaneously accepting and rebelling against the imperialist influence within their cinematic ideologies. Evidence of this contrast can be found in many aspects of these films. Heather Tyrrell gives the example of Bollywood, India's film industry, to explain the influence of imperialist ideologies on what is termed third cinema. Bollywood imitates the cultural role of Hollywood, but in many ways also opposes it. The film's plotline, style of acting, content, and specific aspects of production, such as choice of attire and setting, all work together to represent the process of negotiation between Eastern and Western ideals. Despite the successful efforts made to impose imperialist ideals within the Indian film industry, Bollywood has remained loyal in some aspects to the traditional composition of their films. This hybridization of cultural forces epitomizes the concept of globalization. Nancy Morris writes in her article, The Myth of Unadulterated Culture, quote, "Ideas and cultural symbols are carried by individuals and via communications technologies. Individuals have always moved within and between countries, kingdoms, spheres of influence, and continents. The movement of people and technologies has facilitated the movement of ideologies, and with the application of so many new communication technologies, this form of globalization is able to occur on a huge scale." As users of these technologies and members of a vastly interconnected world, it is our responsibility to utilize our power in a manner that respects and maintains an organic cultural representation for both ourselves and those we influence. Faye Ginsberg discusses the importance of this in her writing titled Rethinking the Digital Age. She promotes the implementation of certain media practices that avoid the westernization of cultures and supports what is referred to as strategic traditionalism. Globalization is a phenomenon in constant conflict between positive and negative effects. It does not only facilitate the hybridization of cultural forces, but also expands them into new forms of culture and ideologies. It is vital we understand its effects and continue to study this social and cultural phenomenon as it influences the construction of an ever-globalizing world.